Thanks for staying with us here. It's now time to bring you sports on News Prime. My name is Hans Mensando. Let's begin from the UEFA Champions League games currently ongoing. And Liverpool at Anfield, they lead FC Porto by 2-0. So 2-0, 78 minutes of the action done. Liverpool lead against FC Porto. The other game is happening at Tottenham Hotspur's £1 billion home venue, White Hart Lane, and they lead by a goal 2-0. 79 minutes of the action done. Spurs 1, Manchester City 0. Let's come back home to Ghana, and former FA Vice President George Afriyie has some stern words for the Normalization Committee for non-performance in the last.
So and so part of your status will be amended. Yeah. And when you get to FIFA Congress, it will be put on screen to show that article so and so has been amended to read so and so. If you agree, approve. Be agreeing, press green. If you disagree, press red. If you want to abstain, press yellow. Is there? We have not done any such thing into the GFA status. You can just imagine that 9 months or 10 months or close to a year without football. It's not easy. And so for me, I welcome the commencement of local football. And I think that nobody should just stay out there. When things are wrong, yes, we'll criticize it, but we'll try to criticize constructively. We'll make sure that the authorities get to know what the mistakes are and then point it out to them. But we welcome football because it is important. Me, I have said that during this period of normalization, 6 months, if there were specific things that they were doing that they could put football on hold for even 1 year, some of us will welcome it. But trust me, nothing is there to show. I'm not afraid to say.
Oh yeah, sure.
Please tell me, you are a media man. Tell me in 6 months, what do you witness? Painting of the GFA office? Is that what you show for 6 months of inactivity? But if there's something, I don't know. Do not keep quiet. If Dr. Kofi Amwa is to stay 2 years, I'm telling you this, if he's to stay on for 2 years to reform football, some of us will support him, provided you carry us along to know what you are doing. Just let us know. You don't reform in your bedroom. If you want to reform football, let us know that I'm doing A, B, C. Trust me, whether Dr. Kofi Amwa likes it or not, 90% of the stakeholders in the football clubs. So you don't take us for granted. The fact that we've been quiet and we've allowed you smooth to operate, it doesn't mean that you can take us for granted. The era where people will say, take it or leave it, but the truth is that if you want to reform football, there should be proper reformation for everybody to see. I want to see a proper reformation. You cannot take reference to a Soga copy for 4 days and say that after what we saw in 12 and will be okay. Who told you that? Then you come and give referees 670 Ghana cedis, all inclusive. As far as I'm concerned, you about 3 matches. 3 matches as we speak, even in the normalization camp. No coverage. No GFA camera will record in Division 1, no coverage. Is that what you call normalization? You will be surprised that what happens in Prisons Park, Ayabo, will not be captured on video. It is because there was no coverage. Is that what you call normalization?
George Afriyie unimpressed with 6 months in terms of what they've done so far. Let's talk about Dreams FC. The Ghanaian top flight side is 10 years old, and as part of plans for a year-long celebration, a new clubhouse is set to be commissioned later this month.
Key football stakeholders were present when Dreams FC outlined activities to mark their 10-year anniversary. The club was formed in 2009 and secured promotion to the 2nd division of Ghana football in 2014. Dreams FC eventually qualified to the Ghana Premier League in 2015 after emerging winners of Zone 3 of the National Division 1 League. Executive Director of Dreams FC, Kurt Okreku, who launched activities to mark the 10-year anniversary, recounted the early struggles of the club that produced Black Stars and Rams left-back Baba Rahman.
10 years ago, faced with immense difficulties, uncertainties, confusion, and disagreements, we took a hard decision to break away from a family called FCN Mamobi and start a journey towards putting one of our own together. Some of our close associates and friends urged us not to chart this course. Others doubted our ability to even last a day, which later turned into a week, a month, eventually a year. And now we are 10 years into this thrilling adventure. Of course, it wasn't easy from the start. The entire operations of this club at its inception was restricted to a handbag, the bag that was famously known as the Gigi office. We eventually graduated into operating from the car boot of Mohamed Gigi Alifo. Indeed, there are several moments during these times that the thought of quitting flashed through our minds.
As part of activities to mark their 10-year anniversary, Ketokreku revealed that Dreams FC will commission a new clubhouse in Deu and organize a testimonial march in honor of Eric Gau.
Later this month, we'll be commissioning our new clubhouse in Deu to afford enhanced living conditions for both our first and our youth team. Then in August, we plan on organizing a testimonial march for one of our most loyal sons, Eric Gau Gatete.
Well, let's get into the Premier League. And yesterday, Eden Hazard scored 2 goals as he powered Chelsea into third on the Premier League table and within touch and distance of Champions League football next season. He's been linked to several clubs, among them Real Madrid, but Chelsea are keen on keeping the Belgian international.
Chelsea manager Maurizio Sarri admitted it will be hard to deny Eden Hazard a move to Real Madrid this summer, even if a reported £100 million move is too cheap for the Belgian captain. Hazard was in stunning form as the Blues moved up to third in the Premier League, scoring both goals in a 2-0 win over West Ham on Monday.
I think that
Chelsea, however, may be forced to cash in on their prized asset, as their number 10 has just over 1 year left on his contract and has so far refused to extend his deal. Should they refuse to sell this summer, the Blues run the risk of losing their top scorer on a free transfer in 2020.
At the moment there isn't another Hazard. The level is so high. In all the world, I think that you can find 2 players like Hazard. So I think that I hope that Hazard can stay here. Otherwise, we have to try something different, I think. I'm sure that the club doesn't want to sell him. Doesn't want. But of course, we all have to respect his decision, I think. He's in the last season of contract, and if he wants to have another experience, we have to respect it. But we will try, of course, in any way to convince him, but it's not easy.
Right, that's it for sports. Do join me at 10 p.m. for Fun Zone as we look back on an amazing night of UEFA Champions League action. My name is Hans Mensando.